Hello, Elk Grove students, families, and staff. I'm Santi Pinkerton.
And I'm Steve Desange, and welcome to another episode of EGU News.
This week is spring break and a non-instructional week for Elk Grove Unified, with 10 days before we start secondary level distance learning and only 14 days away from beginning elementary level distance learning. In today's update, we'll share information about our revised enrollment process, given our current situation, remind everyone about checking out a Chromebook, and also hopefully address some of the safeguard concerns and questions about Zoom.
Okay, so we'll first like to start with enrollment. During school closures, Elk Grove Unified will continue welcoming and enrolling students for this school year and take enrollment for the 2020-2021 school year. While our schools remain closed to the public, we have developed the following process for welcoming and enrolling your child into school.
Parents and or guardians may go to the following link to download an online PDF new student welcome and enrollment packet for EGUST.
That's right. Parents and guardians who do not have access to the online PDF, new student welcome and enrollment packets, or cannot print it, may contact the school via email to make pre-arrangements to pick up a packet and to complete it at home. If a parent and or guardian is unsure of their school's attendance area, then they can visit our district's website to search by address.
So once the enrollment packet is complete, the parent and or guardian may email or call the school of residence for an appointment, and this is important, an appointment to drop off the new student welcome and enrollment packet. Parents may also scan and email the documents to the school of enrollment, or they can also use mail or fax. They can fax the documents. So please.
Yes, all of our schools do still have a fax machine.
Oh my gosh. And please visit the district's website for a list of schools and the school's websites where you can find the contact information of the school principal and or the school secretary.
Such a crucial topic is enrollment. I've received a lot of comments about that and messages on social media, so great update. So let's transition and talk about the checkout process for Chromebooks. It's still going on. So if students really need a Chromebook, go to your home EGUSD high school. So that'll be Casumas Oaks High School, Elk Grove High School, Florin High School, Franklin High School, Laguna Creek High School, Monterey Trail High School, Pleasant Grove High School, Sheldon High School, and Valley High School. And don't forget, for the health and safety of everyone involved, the Chromebook checkout process will be a drive-through system to adhere to social distance guidance. Students must be present in the car to receive the device. It's one per student maximum. Make sure you have that student ID number, write it down on a piece of paper, have it with you, or know the student ID.
Right. You know, Sandeep, I talked with our technology director, our chief technology officer, and he said really to help speed things along, what's most important is that student ID and having that ready to go because we have to key it in and in order for them to process the checkout of the Chromebook. So really, really important. They wanted me to emphasize if parents can make sure to have that student ID written out and ready to go, it'll make the whole process just a little faster.
A little more efficient.
Yes, exactly. So here's the rundown for tomorrow, April 7th. We're doing grades 5th and 6th, again at those school sites that Sandeep was talking about, the home school, the home high school area. So grades 5th and 6th tomorrow. Students with last names starting with A through L should arrive between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Students with last names M through Z should arrive from 1:30 to 6 p.m. Then on April 8th, it's grades 3 and 4. Same situation, last names A through L are from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And for students with last names M through Z, it's 1:30 to 6 p.m. Last but not least, on April 9th, grades 1st and 2nd, again, students with names A through L arrive between 9 and 1 p.m. And then students with names M through Z, please arrive from 1:30 p.m. till 6. And there's also something really important too, is that if there's a secondary student, a middle or high school student who just missed last week's Chrome checkout, it's okay. They can go this week, starting tomorrow, Wednesday, or Thursday, to their home school and pick up and go ahead and check out a Chromebook.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I received a few calls here in the communications department with that question. So, and I told them the exact same thing. So one important question that we've also received has been on Zoom and what safeguards are in place. Parents have asked about Oprah Unified's approach to safety regarding concerns of recent Zoom bombing. Oprah Unified is working to maintain a safe learning environment and has taken several steps to mitigate unwarranted disruptions in a class Zoom.
Exactly. And so, there's some very basic things that we've done to keep the learning environment a safe learning environment and free from disruption. So first, distance learning will predominantly be asynchronous. And I don't know how many people out there, I didn't know what asynchronous meant at first, but really what this means is that a student is primarily completing their coursework offline. There's no synchronous all day long with a teacher and on Zoom or anything like that. That's not the situation. This is an asynchronous learning style where it's distant, the teacher is in one location, student is another, and a student is completing their work offline. They're using self-discipline skills, they're using their life skills of organization, and their study skills. And if they struggle a little bit, that's okay. That's part of the learning process. Then the teacher will come back and they'll do a check-in with that student or with that class to see how they're doing. And that's where Zoom may play a role, along with Google Meet as well. So we have many other applications that we're going to be using other than just Zoom. But some of the key safeguards that have been put in place, really we've put in technology safeguards. This is like making sure passwords can be randomized. Doing something like making sure that certain settings are now set by default. And those are required that those be there. Essentially, a teacher goes in through the portal, unlocks a room. Students are waiting in the wait room to be admitted into the classroom. The teacher lets students in, and then they can lock the classroom again. So it's like a physical structure, no different than if you're in your real classroom. But technology enables us to be able to put those same safeguards in place. And also Zoom, the functionality that we're using, the technology we're using is through the ClassLink portal through the district's network. And so get this, Sandeep, if a student who has an EGUSD Chromebook,
Yep.
that student wouldn't be able to set up their own personal Zoom. And that's part of the concern too that we're going to be putting out there, or at least we'll be giving resources, are how can parents work with their child if their child sets up their own Zoom account? How can they help protect their child and make sure to check in with them and that nothing is strange going on there? So we've used technology to make some technological adjustments to our own Zoom account. And we're also working with the instructions with teachers to let teachers know specifically, these are the settings you need to have in place, and these are the protocols you need to use when conducting any kind of a Zoom, a class Zoom, if you will. And so we'll continue to reiterate that for as much as we need to, and we'll monitor and make sure that this system isn't abused for our learning purposes. And again, like I said, we'll also be using other applications like Google Meet. The biggest thing is, Sandeep, Zoom is not meant to be an all-day platform for students. It's meant really just to check in with a student, or students, and then maybe they offer a quick, check for understanding type of exercise.
That's great for providing more information on that. So it might be spring break, but we're still providing school meals. So Elk Grove Unified School drive-through meal service grab and go option continues this week from Monday, April 6th through Thursday, April 9th. And extra meals will be provided on April 9th to accommodate families that also need food for the holiday, which is Friday, April 10th.
Right. It's awesome. It's been a wonderful service. I've heard nothing but great things about it. And I think there's an interactive map out there that the Sacramento County Office of Ed helped publicize. Right. So regardless of where you live, you should be able to look there for another meal service that's out there. So we also have our EGUSD Family and Community Resources. I want to remind people about that. Sandeep, have you had a chance to take a look at that?
Yeah, I have actually. I was helping my nephew out with a few things, and I even told my sister about it, who lives in a different school district, about the resources that we've compiled, all for anyone that is interested in learning about social and emotional learning, different enrichment and fun activities to do while out of school, and also community resources to connect our families and partners with more information that they might get while in school, but we still want them to receive the information. So we provided it all on one platform, and we encourage everyone to go visit the site.
Awesome.
So during the school closures, it's important to stay active and not complacent. And Riley Brown and Ariana Standart both attend Ellen Fikert Elementary School and motivate us all to put down that candy and go for a walk, and maybe even bring a dog if you have one. Let's take a look.
Favorite candy.
Remember, exercise is good for everyone.
Thank you, Ellen Fikert Elementary students. Great piece to get us active. Hey, Zonthi, I understand that there was an incident regarding Florin High School's band trailer. What happened?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's correct, Sandeep. Unfortunately, this past weekend, the Florin High School's band trailer was stolen. Fortunately, no one was harmed and no instruments were inside, but it was a loss to a great band program that they've been trying to build now for several years.
Was a report filed?
Absolutely. So first thing this morning, a report was filed, and they'll be investigating. In the meantime, our district safety and security will continue to patrol our schools, keeping them safe. And making sure our property remains safe. It's just disheartening, though, that even though we're doing distance learning, students are going to be coming back, and they're going to need to use their trailer again for doing band performances. I mean, they have a wonderful band performing group there, and it's just something like this. It's just, it's something that it's very disheartening, and it's sad.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that the property is returned and is still in excellent shape.
Absolutely. And speaking of acts of kindness instead of non-acts of kindness, practicing kindness in and out of the classroom is important for all students, all residents, all of our citizens. And, for students to remember that while at home, it's important to also practice kindness. So Madison Knoll from Florence Markhofer Elementary School provides us with 3 simple tips. Let's hear her.
My pencil broke. You can use mine.
And this lesson is about being kind to your friends.
Here, you can have my turtle toy. Burr, burr. Do you want my jacket? Yes, please. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Madison. That was a great report. Well, now for an update from Sacramento County regarding the COVID-19 situation. As of April 6th at 10:15 a.m., there is a total of 462 confirmed COVID-19 cases, and the number of those who have died of complications of COVID-19 is now 18. Those are individuals who died from complications of COVID-19 where either they were at the age of 65 and over or had underlying health conditions. The ages of all confirmed cases are as follows. For ages 0 through 17, there have been 4 confirmed cases. For ages 18 through 49, there have been 182 confirmed cases. For ages 50 through 64, there have been 115 cases. And for ages 65 and over, there have been 161 cases.
And Santi, there is now a mobile testing site open to the public. A community-based testing site for COVID-19 was set up in Sacramento County in March. The site was spearheaded by the California Department of Public Health, verily, the California Office of Emergency Services, and the Governor's Office in coordination with Sacramento County Public Health.
Oh, wow. Originally, people could only sign up through their healthcare provider and referrals, but now the mobile testing site is now open to the public, and the website that you can go and start the process is available at www.projectbaseline.com, and I think we'll have that in the description. Those who meet the testing eligibility will be scheduled for a drive-through appointment for free COVID-19 testing and will be sent details by email or phone on how and where to get tested.
That's great. I understand that there aren't any doctors during the testing portion at the site. It's only to receive a COVID-19 testing.
Correct. That's correct. And public health hotline is also available. Sacramento County Public Health has a COVID hotline, COVID-19 hotline available at area code 916-875-2400 for Sacramento County residents. Callers to the hotline will receive information and transfer options, and translation is available in Chinese, Spanish, and Russian. So visit Sacramento County's COVID-19 website for more information and updates.
And now an update from the state of California. As of April 5th, there are 14,336 positive cases and 343 deaths in California. Approximately 143,800 tests have been conducted, with at least 116,563 results have been received, and another 15,000 still pending. To get the latest information about COVID-19 data, maps, and the dashboard, please go to California Department of Health's website.
So Sandeep, mental health and behavioral health is a topic that many families might not talk about. But Franklin High School student Ezine Okonkwo explains to all students to not be afraid to reach out for help.
I came to this country so you can have a better life. Back when I was in school, we didn't have all these resources, so you have no reason why you should be getting less than perfect in your academics. Being Nigerian, there's a constant need to succeed in everything I do, especially academics. My parents emigrated from Nigeria to the United States in order to give me a better life. But the constant pressure to do well has affected my mental health, causing me to feel like I'm alone. When I try to tell my parents, they tell me it's not real. It's a phase. I'll get over it. With the help of people such as friends, I have learned that I am more than my mental health. I am not alone, and together we can start to educate our parents, grandparents on mental health and change the stigma in our culture.
Thank you, Azini, for talking about a very serious topic that we all need to be more aware of. To end today's broadcast, we will showcase Prairie Elementary's visual and performing arts programs. However, I'm Sandeep Dosanjh, and we want to thank you for tuning in to today's update.
And I'm Santhi Pinkerton. Thank you for watching today's episode, and we'll see you soon.